not if he's on dry land. If he's out of the water for even 1 hour, he dies. Never mind, person watching it.
Oh my god. It can't be out the water for an hour? Oh yeah, it's wrapped.
No.
This is SpongeBob versus Aquaman, which is kind of a crazy battle. Nickelodeon versus Super Friends. Death battle!
That is sponsored by BetterHelp.
We're faced with challenges in life all the time, especially these days. It feels like it's basically constant.
And because of that, it can be overwhelming to learn how to find solutions.
A good therapist can teach you to be a better problem solver and make it easier to accomplish your goal.
You know, I'm glad y'all getting that BetterHelp, you know what I'm saying?
SpongeBob SquarePants, Nickelodeon's #1 nautical nincompoop.
Aquaman, the thalassic third wheel of the Super Friends. Thalassic means ocean. I looked it up.
The infinite ink-black depths of the seven seas are home to any number of terrifying, awe-inspiring creatures.
Hey, chat, who y'all got? SpongeBob or Aquaman? I ain't gonna lie, SpongeBob. Give me SpongeBob, please. I ain't gonna lie, give me SpongeBob. He just built different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like SpongeBob that nigga.
Also home to these two losers. Though when it comes to cartoon characters, there's always more hidden beneath the waves. That's right, we're prioritizing the cartoons for maximum Toon Force shenanigans. He's Wiz.
Hey, you heard that right, chat? No comics. They're prioritizing the cartoons. SpongeBob is eating. SpongeBob is wrapping this nigga Aquaman up. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm Boomstick.
Yeah.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. The year was 1946. The former allies of World War II were engaged in a Cold War between capitalist West and communist East.
The United States changed history forever with the introduction of the atomic bomb, a weapon of unparalleled nuclear devastation.
One of their most popular test spots, the site of 23 separate detonations over the course of 12 years for a total fission yield of 42.2 megatons, was Bikini Atoll in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
The results were ecological devastation, and perhaps something more. Deep beneath the atoll, the fauna began to change. They evolved, becoming sentient, forming language, technology, and society. This Bikini Bottom organized into a monarchy under the god King Neptune. It developed a free market economy and a thriving artistic culture.
Even the simplest underwater creatures became capable of complex thought, including the very first multicellular organism to be categorized as part of the animal kingdom, the sea sponge.
And one sponge in particular, the greatest among them, lives in a pineapple under the sea. Oh!
SpongeBob SquarePants.
No, I wanted to sing the song.
I don't know about greatest. SpongeBob may headline one of the most popular children's cartoons of all time, but he's a total dork. He's a painfully naive man-child whose only ambition in life is to continue his minimum wage job as a fry cook at the Krusty.
Hold on, Robert SquarePants? Robert. Am Robert though? 36? I understand 36, but Robert, he's only 4 inches? Nah, 4 inches is crazy, you know what I'm saying? 4 inches is crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know why I thought this thing. Where the fuck is... Alright, honorary town rookie of the day. Lives in a pineapple in the sea. Outlived the Bikini Bottom apocalypse. Employee of the month. Nigga weighs 1 ounce.
Krusty Krab.
Really sounding like a Squidward there, Wiz. And no one wants to be a Squidward. Sponge Robert might not have the flashiest life, but he's happy. And that's what matters, ain't it?
Not in Death Battle, it doesn't. SpongeBob is routinely physically incapable of even the most basic tasks. Almost like anti-Toon Force. He's the biggest wimp in town, like the time he failed to lift a glass of lemonade, or the time a school bully gave him diarrhea, or the time he effortlessly rotated the entire planet. Huh.
Oh, we're in for some shit now, aren't we? Despite being a real sea creature, SpongeBob is more like a kitchen sponge. Absorbent and yellow and porous is he after all. He can stretch and shapeshift his body any way he likes, duplicate himself through asexual reproduction, and
duplicate himself through asexual reproduction. When did we figure this out? When did we get this information? Wait, he said he's a woman? Asexual, yeah, asexual. So like you don't need a what's the name to you know, but still it's kind of like, you know, that's a little sponge bussy.
Absorb immense amounts of liquid. Wouldn't he always be full though?
From an entire lagoon to, oh god, enough water to replace the moon?
Oh, and for some reason he has an insane healing factor. He survived being torn in half, vaporized, having his soul removed from his body, and literally being unraveled out of existence. Okay, I think we're good. We can just end the rundown here.
No, I need to see how deep this rabbit hole goes. Perhaps his most mind-bending ability is his
Though he looks as though he's disappeared, his dismembered laughter can be heard as the episode ends, proving he's still alive in some fashion even after being
control over bubbles. No, stay with me. This is unbelievable. Like a soapy Green Lantern ring, his bubbles can become anything he wishes.
Is that about to be a power-up? Oh, that's gonna be gas.
From guided cruise missiles to sentient life and entire bubble societies. That's
Oh yeah, hey. SpongeBob taking this home. I ain't gonna lie. SpongeBob's taking this home. Niggas, he created entire establishment and like entire fucking life forms with bubbles, nigga. You're not. I'm sorry, you're not being him.
A pretty similar effect to his magic pencil, which can draw anything he wants into existence and erase it from reality just as easily. The pencil was so powerful, SpongeBob sent it back to the surface where it belonged. But in later seasons, he still just has it for some reason.
And finished! I call him Doodle Whiz. Whiz, he's just like you, but I made him with a pencil.
I'm calling the police.
Even the mundane becomes godlike in
damn.
SpongeBob's yellow hands, like his reef blower, which hoovered up the entirety of Earth's oceans in seconds and then exploded on top of SpongeBob all at once.
It's estimated the entire mass of Earth's oceans is about 1.5 quintillion tons. Considering all the water refilled the planet in about 1 second, that'd be a kinetic energy of over 6,000 yotatons.
That's enough energy to nuke Jupiter 13 times over.
God damn.
And SpongeBob was completely unharmed.
His hydrodynamic spatula isn't just an
Oh, oh god, they giving my boy all the power-ups and just because that spatula was gas. Hey, that episode, that low-key made me want to watch SpongeBob low-key. You know what I'm saying? He got the reef blower, okay, the magic pencil, okay, the spatula, the jellyfish in that, bubble soap, karate,
an impromptu bladed weapon. It's also his primary instrument to create the greatest foodstuff Bikini Bottom has ever seen. The Krabby Patty.
A burger so delicious, it's basically magic. Not only is it totally addictive, SpongeBob was romantically attracted to one. It can nullify mind control, heal wounds, and even detonate.
SpongeBob has survived nukes point blank, hugged his best friend Patrick so hard their DNA fused, can ride on the scene transitions, and once cried so hard he flooded Bikini Bottom, even though it's already underwater. Shit, he once grabbed a hold of this mysterious string and unraveled the entire universe. He literally
excuse me? When the fuck did he do that? When did he do this? Chad, when did he do this? Oh my god.
Undid the fabric of reality in seconds. What the fuck?
What was that you were saying about anti-Toon Force?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I've ever misjudged a character as severely as SpongeBob SquarePants.
Nice character arc there, Wiz. Unfortunately for Roberto, the rest of the town only saw the goofy goober on the outside. It took more than one adventure to prove himself to be a real hero. You think he ever banged that squirrel?
He's crushed Plankton's plan.
Nigga, he has to stop. Man said, you think he ever banged that? You gotta stop, bro. Crush Robo Plankton's army. Facts. Flipped the patty so fast it escaped reality. Jesus. Withstood a nuclear pie detonation. Oh, with Squidward. Stayed awake for 43 days straight. Ran into that mountain and back. Want to see him do it again. Oh, when they had superpowers. Defeated Plankton, Burger Bear, King Neptune, SpongeBob, Steel Pants. Damn, he's SpongeBob is fucking different. He's Himothy, Himagee, Himma
won the Battle of Bikini Bottom against an army of killer robots, and even teamed up with fellow Nickelodeon stars Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, and Danny Phantom to save the Nicktoons multiverse.
His biggest weakness is that he's a giant, suicidally naive idiot.
And depending on the humidity of the atmosphere around him, being out of the water can dehydrate and permanently incapacitate him.
Oh, also seasonal rot. Those first 3 seasons are pure gold, but after that, oh boy. There's this one episode called Squid Baby where Squidward gets brain damaged into a giant baby and shits himself on screen.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
what?
right. Trials and tribulations and Hasselhoffs aside, it wasn't until
W.
SpongeBob
Hasselhoff.
accepted himself for who he was that he was rewarded with the greatest boon of all. Middle management!
So if nautical nonsense be something you wish, then pray to your yellow porous god for mercy, because his whimsical laughter is the last thing you'll ever hear.
Timothy McGee. He's him.
Aquaman, king of the
I ain't gonna lie, you don't stand a chance. I'm gonna hear you out, but you don't stand a chance, bro.
7 seas.
We've covered Arthur Curry on the show before, and he's actually secretly awesome.
That's right, Boomstick. But the version we're dealing with today is from the bargain bin cartoons from the 60s and 70s.
Now, you might assume that means this Aquaman is a total loser, but really, have you watched all those cartoons?
Remember, this is from the era when Superman was sneezing solar systems apart. So, get ready.
Art's origin is basically the same as the Silver Age comics. Tom Curry
Arthur Curry, 6'1", 325. God damn, 325? Shit. Remember the Super Friends, Citizens of Poseidon's, Allies, Aqualad, Mare Storm is a byproduct of human and fish intercourse. Gross. Gross. Absolutely terrifying. My boy's a sponge. Get right.
was a humble lighthouse keeper who decided one day to fuck a fish.
He did not do that. He procreated with Atlanta, an Atlantean from the underwater city of Poseidonus, and from their union, Arthur Curry was born with magnificent aquatic abilities.
And he's the king of Atlantis, too!
Oh, wait, no, it says here that was introduced in the comics later. Here he's just some guy with magnificent aquatic abilities and a giant mutant seahorse that neighs just like a land horse.
This Aquaman comes from a time when everybody who's anybody had their own secret cave with assorted gadgets. He's got an underwater jet ski, a net, octopus ink, a water pistol, and a portable heat ray to
A water pistol? A water pistol? Come on. Come on.
blast right through solid ice. Not exactly mind-blowing, but, you know, I'm sure we're ramping up.
We sure are. Aquaman's hybrid human Atlantean biology grants him superhuman strength and the ability to breathe underwater indefinitely and withstand the crushing depths of the ocean floor.
The pressure at the bottom of the Mariana...
Listen, he's withstanding the pressures that he can withstand the pressures of the ocean floor, so it means he can go down there. But SpongeBob lives down there. He breathes depths of the ocean. Come on, bro.
a trench is 16,000 pounds per square inch. That's like being stepped on by 100 elephants. Which is a lot, I guess.
Aquaman is also an incredible swimmer, able to travel from Florida to Maine in under an hour. That's almost twice the speed of sound. He can create water balls and whirlpools out of thin water, and fittingly, water-based attacks are completely ineffective against him. And of course, you can't forget his aquatic telepathy.
He can talk to fish, and he can even control people's minds and give them seizures, right?
Oh, actually, that
Nope.
second part is also just from the comics. Cartoon Aquaman can talk to fish, which is awesome. His telepathy can reach several miles, summon hundreds of sea creatures at once, and works on anything from microscopic organisms to alien life, as long as it's aquatic alien life, of course.
But he can still mind control them, right?
Nope.
Kind of. He can free them from mind control and even influence their emotional state to some degree, but besides that, there have been times when sea creatures have just
Right.
ignored his commands outright.
Wiz, I'm gonna be straight with you. You haven't said anything remotely mind-blowing yet. Does this Aquaman actually suck?
Hold your seahorses. Aquaman's
Kinda.
exploits were so world-renowned, he banded together with Earth's mightiest heroes to form a team capable of defending the planet, nay, the universe, from
Universe.
any threat. The Super Friends.
The Super Friends. They're like the dime store knockoff version of the Justice League.
What? No, you've got heavy hitters like Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman,
Keep going.
Flash, Green Lantern, Apache Chief, Samurai, Black
Hey, Apache Chief was that guy low-key. I ain't gonna lie.
Vulcan, the Wonder Twins,
Oh, the fucking Wonder Twins. Come on.
and their pet monkey Gleek.
Wiz, stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
No, wait, his best direct strength feat was when he, moved some trash. About 50 metric tons of it.
The jokes write themselves, huh?
Hey,
Fun fact,
on.
Aquaman
We already know SpongeBob solos. Let's do this. Yeah, I swear to God, if SpongeBob lose, I'm fucking riding.
once enrolled in an American college under the name Mr. Waterman. So we're working with a pretty hefty IQ here, huh?
Okay, so he's lame and arguably completely lame. I was convinced I'd find some crazy, insane Popeye punching out the animator feat somewhere, but no, he sucks. He actually sucks. His best feat is literally garbage.
I'll take over from here, Wiz. Aquaman is a bit of a joke, sure, but he's
Defended Atlantis from countless threats, moved 50 metric tons of garbage, lifted a giant boulder. Lifted a giant boulder. Where I get that sweatshirt, it's my merch, gang. You missed it. It was from September 9th to October 9th. I had this merch out. I was thinking about putting out a hat for it, but you know what I'm saying? This me right here, gang. Hey, real quick. Hate to interrupt your video, but I got some news. You see the ambiance here? That means it's freaking October, man. I meant to do this on the 1st, but I'm sorry. Real quick. We got Halloween merch, man. And I need you to check it out because it's only here for October, okay? There is a sticker, there's a t-shirt, and there is a hoodie. I had a drawer go all out for me, you know what I'm saying, with the classic nasty over the top, little Luna right there and the ice cream, you know what I'm saying, got the Jason mask, and me right there. There's stickers, there's t-shirts, and there is hoodies, man. And make sure you go grab you one. It's only here for October. Listen, all my merch drops are never coming back. They're never coming back, okay? So this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Never again will you be able to get it. Only October. The rest of this merch is gone on the 9th, so make sure you pick it up before it's too late. Make sure you guys are go getting your merch, and link is in the description. Y'all enjoy the rest of your video, man. Peace. Lifted a giant boulder, said to be faster than a barracuda, dodged laser beams, kept up with the Kryptonian beast. Come on, bro.
not completely useless.
Put that in
He's
the pack.
dodged laser beams, defeated a living Titanic by luring it into an iceberg.
Why didn't I tell you? I put it in literally every YouTube video I dropped for the last month, and I've been promoting it on stream.
Seriously, and beaten this water elemental Undine, who looks like a gorilla for some reason, by summoning seagulls to pelt her with clamshells. He once even outswam this Kryptonian pterodactyl monster, Rokan, who flew from the edge of the galaxy to Earth in about 15 seconds.
Wait, really? Okay, now we're talking. That'd be over 55 billion times the speed of light. And Aquaman's swimming clearly outmatched that. It doesn't matter if it looks lame.
You get one, buddy.
And hey, he could probably kick your ass, person that's watching at home, so that's something.
I mean,
Well,
kick my ass? Maybe. But not SpongeBob. That's who he going up against though, right? You know?
not if he's on dry land. If he's out of the water for even 1 hour, he dies. Never mind, person watching it.
Oh my god. Nigga can't be out the water for an hour? Oh yeah, it's wrapped.
Home, just hide for a bit, grab some lunch, and then stomp on his corpse.
But is raw power really what makes someone a hero? Or is it the drive to help others, to be of service, to sacrifice? That's what a hero is to me, and I'd say Aquaman's got as much of that as there are drops of water in the ocean.
No.
He's about to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Mint Mobile.
That is a crazy he's about to die. Yo.
The combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibility. One possibility.
It's time for Aquaman's funeral!
Talk music is Sponge. Mermaid
Mermaid
boy.
Man? Wait a second, you're not Mermaid Man.
The name's Aquaman, evildoer.
Evildoer? I'm a hero.
I saved this city.
Nasty chin.
There's only one real hero here, fiend. And he's a super friend.
You see, sir, I'm a sea sponge, phylum porifera, and you can't just...
Okay.
How about a little karate, Waterman?
It's Aquaman!
Oh my god.
Of course. He's a sea creature. And as the king of the seas, he's mine to command.
Stupid.
I wasn't just reaching out to you, Sponge. Let him have it, chums!
Oh, they zap my boy?
Great Neptune!
What is that?
Great
Nasty.
Neptune!
Get a load of this, Seaman!
Damn it, it's Need water
Oh, shit.
powers.
Oh my god. If SpongeBob literally just held the water, if he just held the water for an hour, it's wraps for this nigga. If he just held the water for an hour, it's wraps for him.
Fading. Is there nothing I could do? My man. I see it now. A multiverse of Aquaman. And out of all of them, I'm the lamest fucking one! I'm a ripoff. A joke. I'm no
Oh,
superhero.
SpongeBob!
People used to say the same kind of things about me.
Oh.
Goofball, wingnut, knucklehead McSpazatron. But every day, I get back up and say 2 words. I'm ready.
May the best hero win.
Say that nigga SpongeBob. Say that nigga SpongeBob.
What?
Erase that nigga whole arm.
The other side of the universe.
I'll prove it to you. I'll be a real superhero. Don't cry, Sponge. Let's be
Damn.
super.
Aquapack hitting, okay? Aquapack hitting me. My man's packed you up and then cried about it. He didn't even want to do you like that for real. But he was playing with his top. Aquapack hitting though. #1 Ocean Man. Look at SpongeBob being a W man.
KO! What is it with ridiculously OP nautical-themed cartoon characters on this show, Wiz?
This was an incredibly close fight.
No, it wasn't.
Gotcha! Obviously, Aquaman didn't have a snowball's chance in hell in defeating this little spongy bastich.
Where do we even start? With his bubbles and magic pencils, SpongeBob could basically do anything he wanted. There was no way Aquaman wouldn't get totally overwhelmed, especially with his much more limited arsenal. I can't think of a more lopsided matchup than someone whose main attack is throwing water against a sentient sea sponge.
Aquaman's only potential option was his telepathy, but as we've covered, it's far less powerful than his comic counterpart. There's no reason to believe SpongeBob wouldn't just ignore Arthur's commands.
Even if it was straight up mind control, SpongeBob's Krabby Patties straight up cancel mind control.
And really, nothing Aquaman had could overcome Bob's utterly broken regeneration. disintegration.
The little yellow dude has survived being completely disintegrated into dust and even erased from reality. All Aquaman can do is punch kind of hard, and even that's basically useless against Bob's squishy body.
Maybe Aquaman could have found a way to dehydrate SpongeBob enough to
fight
keep
was
him
just
permanently
disrespectful.
incapacitated,
Oh,
like
God.
when he and Patrick were trapped in Shell City.
But that would require the fight to take place out of the water, which messes Aquaman up way harder than it does SpongeBob. And it also requires the fight doesn't instantly end up with SpongeBob karate chopping Aquaman at 10 shit zillion times the speed of light, splattering his atoms against Saturn. Cause yeah, remember when SpongeBob unraveled the universe? Considering the—
No, I'm sorry, I need to do this one. This is fucking insane. Compared to SpongeBob's size, the string's width is about 192 micrometers. We can use that to find the volume of, say, 1 meter of string, and compare that to the volume of the entire observable universe. Considering it took SpongeBob about 5 seconds, he would have had to be pulling at 8.2 times 10 to the 78th power times
God damn.
faster than light.
That's as many times
Jesus.
faster than light as there are atoms in the universe.
This is the fastest calculable speed feat in our show's history. And it belongs to SpongeBob SquarePants.
But do you think he could take on comic book Aquaman?
Have you been listening to
don't know.
anything I've been saying?
Good point. Cause
I mean, maybe. I feel like he can still, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a closer fight. But SpongeBob just that nigga for real.
let's not forget,
Of course I didn't forget.
that string feat also destroyed the entire universe. And stuff like that is actually consistent.
SpongeBob is literally aware of the fourth wall and has rewritten the plot of his own story as he's living it. Screw
What
the
the fuck?
pencil or the bubbles. He can just will whatever.
SpongeBob SquarePants, absurdly stronger and faster, absorbs water attacks, immune to I couldn't get it fucking out. Infinite potential with powers, cannot be killed by author, minus dumbass. Aquaman won the moral victory, minus everything else.
He wants into existence from his imagination. He's a god, a yellow, spongy god of death.
And that's why he beats Goku.
At least Arthur finally got to be a real hero. And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
sure, whatever, pal. He's dead. Too bad for the King of the Seas. That sure was one sweet victory.
Sweet.
The winner is SpongeBob SquarePants, our god.
Sweet victory. Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Solid video. You know what I'm saying? We knew SpongeBob was finna solo. We knew that. You know why we knew that? Cause we know that. Cause why? Cause SpongeBob is just that nigga for real.